Hi everybody, it's Stephanie with Ellis and County Farm Bureau for Ag in the Classroom. Guess where I'm at today? I'm in the wheat field and I'm super excited because I get to ride in a combine. I'm out here at the Staub family farm today. They are combining wheat. I don't know if I'm going to be riding with maybe Brian or Tim. I'm not sure, but all I know is I'm going to ride in the combine and I really enjoy it. Wheat is one of the biggest commodities here in Kansas. There's about 8.5 million acres right here in our state. We're called the Kansas Wheat State, and that's super cool. We produce enough wheat in Kansas in a season to make 36 billion loaves of bread. Now, after this video is over with and you want to find out more about wheat, make sure to go to kansaswheat.com and they'll tell you lots of cool stuff that maybe you didn't know about wheat. So come on, let's go hop in the combine. Like I said, I'm really excited and we'll put some wheat in the bin. Hi everybody, like I said, we're gonna ride in the combine. I'm super excited and I'm here with Brian. Hi Brian.
Hello there.
All right, and Brian's gonna take us for a little trip around the field and talk to us about the actual harvesting wheat. And I have to tell you, it's a lot cooler in here than it was out there, Brian. I was sweating.
Definitely.
I was sweating pretty bad. So apparently this is the time of year you're going to cut wheat when it's hot, right?
Exactly. It ripens about this time in this area. You hope for warm weather, dry weather, no humidity, and wind.
No, yeah, and wind. We're famous for that here in Kansas. Lots of wind. So, so you've been harvesting how many days now?
We're into it about 3 days now.
3 days. Okay. And so wheat doesn't just start in the middle of June and July. When do we actually start with the wheat?
This is a winter wheat crop, so we are planting approximately around September 20th into approximately October 9th. And basically it'll sprout up and then turn dormant during the winter time.
Okay, and dormant means basically it's sleeping, right?
Sleeping, yeah, kind of like the bears and snakes and that do, the reptiles go into dormancy, and basically then we will spring, February, March, start fertilizing once again, and hope for the best weather and rain that we can get going into April, May.
You don't want hail, do you?
Definitely not.
Not hail.
Possible.
And I know we have a chance for a storm tonight, so you guys are trying to get it done, aren't you?
We're rolling a little bit faster than we normally would.
Okay, cool. Well, let's get started. So tell me about what's on the front of this as we're going here.
Okay, on my combine here is this is the header that we'll have. Get some RPM going up here.
I'm gonna put that on you so they can hear you a little bit better.
Okay. So we go out into the wheat field here. The sickle that goes back and forth down below is what is actually going to cut the crop off of the ground, and then the little fingers that come back and towards the table is what kicks it back into the sickle. The auger will drag it across and then go into what we call a feeder house that feeds the back end of the machine. In the back of the machine, the cylinders and the concave will knock out the grain from that head, and then it'll take it across sieves that will separate the stems and everything else and create the wheat kernels that are collected into the wheat bin behind us.
Okay, I'm going to flip this camera around here so you guys can see back here. Look at all that wheat coming in to the back. How many pounds or bushels of wheat does this bin hold?
This one will hold approximately 250 bushels of wheat.
So the stem that comes off the wheat, it goes out the back, and what is that called?
We call that straw, and we will, here in a few days, we will leave what we call windrows and bale some of that straw up for bedding for our livestock during the winter.
So it's bedding, it's not good for them to eat?
Not necessarily. There's not much value in it,
okay.
So we'll use it basically just for bedding for when it gets muddy, so on and so forth, or snows when we're in calving season.
Right. So I'm looking down here, and you guys can see in the video, that's a big roller, and it looks pretty dangerous.
Yes.
Is working with this kind of equipment, can it be dangerous for people?
Yes, definitely. I mean, when you're around everything, we try to make sure we have all moving parts in this machine shut off when we're working on them. There's guards on all the chains, so you don't, if it is running, you don't have any fingers, or clothing is a real big issue in getting caught in some of these parts. So you want to keep all guards on for safety issues.
Gotcha. So little kids probably want to be really careful when they see this kind of machinery around, right?
Yes, yes.
Very good.
And on the road also, they don't move very fast. A car will come up on them very fast, but a car, secondly, does not stand a chance against these big machines.
Right.
So,
yeah, I've heard a lot of radio ads telling people to slow down and just be careful on the road, because you guys don't move fast and you don't move real quick either, because they're so big, right?
Correct. Our top speed on the highways are approximately 18 to 23 miles an hour normally.
Okay. I am noticing too, since it's so big, how big is this header? How many
This
feet?
is 30 feet wide.
30 feet. Is this relatively a large size? I don't know much about wheat, so what is a big header?
A big header is anywhere from 30 to 35 are most of the headers today.
Okay,
Yes.
so you've got a pretty good size one then.
Yeah. Our other machine runs a 35-foot header on there.
Gotcha. This seems really relaxing. I kind of like doing this. Do you like doing this?
Yes.
Yes, you do, don't you?
I do, because this is kind of what we call the term I normally use is kind of like a farm pregnancy. This takes 9 months
Aww.
to create and get to harvest. So
there's a lot of satisfaction in it.
correct.
That's awesome. I love that. I love that. Well, and it's so relaxing. I saw a little earlier a grandchild sleeping in this jump seat.
Yes, he got in here, and I could slowly see he was going to fall asleep. So, I did have him seat belted in, so
good.
I did not have to worry about having any issues with falling. So
Good job. Good job.
yes, but anyone that gets a chance to ride on one of these, it's really magnificent. I mean, if you've never got up close to one,
Right.
You'd really enjoy it.
It's really a lot of fun, and it's so much cooler in here than it is outside. I'm telling you what. There are a lot of farmers though that still run the old combines without ACs,
Yes.
right?
Correct.
Right. So you guys just have got lucky, and you got the big ones.
Well, we definitely started out on those back
Gotcha.
in the 70s. We ran old combines without headers, and
Right. Right.
but we were younger and didn't care.
As you get older, you like AC, kids. Let me just
Correct.
tell you. So, how many people are working on your farm in your family?
Our operation consists of my brother and I, and then his two sons, Nathan and Connor.
Gotcha.
Which we basically have a family operation of mainly wheat, milo, corn, and registered Hereford cattle.
Yeah, I was going to throw the cow thing in there too, because they have some really pretty cows. But I did want to show you this bin. It looks like we're getting maybe half full. Would you say, Brian?
Pretty close,
Pretty
yeah.
close? Yeah.
Yeah.
And when he's all full, he'll take this over to the grain cart, or excuse me, the grain cart will follow him and he'll dump in, or he'll take it over to the big semi. So thanks for letting us come and ride in the combine.
You're welcome to come anytime.
Yeah.
And kids, if you get a chance, maybe stop at a farmer's place and take a look at one of these.
Yeah, perfect. All right. Well, now we're going to go watch the combine unload into the grain, into the semi. And we also have some video we're going to be showing as well of the grain cart dumping into the semi, so you'll get to see that too. So stay tuned and we'll show you some more. All right, here we are. We're getting ready to dump the grain cart. Nathan, how far along are you guys in wheat harvest?
We are just on day 2 right now. We got started on wheat yesterday afternoon. We're just in the beginning stages.
So how many acres total will you be harvesting this year?
We'll have around 1,000 acres.
And so make that bushels and pounds for me.
So there is 60 pounds in a bushel.
Okay.
All right. And so far, the first fields that we have harvested, we've been averaging around 60 bushels an acre.
That's pretty good, right?
So it's really good.
You're happy with that?
We are happy with that for the year that we've had.
Gotcha.
And we'll go forward with that.
Awesome, that's great. So if you guys will look behind us, we've got the grain cart emptying into the truck. So Nathan, tell us a little bit about how this works.
So basically, the grain cart is going out to the combine like we had seen earlier, and they'll fill it up, and that grain cart there will hold 1,000 bushels. And so when it comes back, if it is full, it'll be able to load this semi in one dump. And then we'll go ahead and we'll take that truck to the elevator and take it to the local co-op or wherever your end user's at and dump it to the elevator.
Okay, and they'll weigh it there so they'll know how much wheat you're bringing in, right?
They will get a beginning weight before you go and unload, and then when you come back after unloading, you'll get a tare weight, which will give you your net, and it'll tell me how many bushels was in that load of wheat, which, like I say, typically that grain cart holds 1,000 bushels, and the same as that semi-trailer.
Great. Okay, cameraman, let's head over this way and get a really close look at what's going on. Who do we have in the grain cart?
And the grain cart is my younger brother, Connor.
He's not so little anymore, Nathan.
Well, he's a lot bigger than me.
Yeah. I remember when he was a little guy, so.
I can't pick on him near as much anymore.
I bet not. I bet not. All right, we got some great footage of that grain cart emptying, and we'll see you back at the shop. All right, we just left the field and we have dumped the wheat into the semi and they are headed to town. But I've got a big surprise for you because Nathan is pulling out his drone and we're gonna do some drone footage of them cutting wheat right here next to the farmhouse. So I hope you really enjoy that because it will be really cool. And we're lucky today because we don't have a lot of wind. So the drone can fly very easily, and because we don't have any wind, it is super hot in Kansas, and like we said before, that's the best time of the year to be cutting wheat. So watch out here, and we're going to show you the drone footage at the Staub Farm north of Hays, Kansas. right, everybody. I hope you loved our tour out here at the Staub Farm. Nathan and I got a sandwich here because it's got wheat in it, and we're going to enjoy it right now. Nathan, it was a great day. Nathan, you can't answer questions with your mouth full of food. Anyway, we're so glad you guys came here. We hope you enjoyed the tour. And if you ate today, especially if you ate a sandwich or a muffin or maybe some cereal, make sure you thank a farmer. God bless America, and we'll see you later.